So I'm at the racetrack. We're getting ready for a day of test and tune, and I'm looking over the car from the underside. The belt's good and tight, everything's looking good. And I happen to find a wheel sensor hanger hanging for ABS. And I can see the bolt up in here, just sitting here. So this is why it's important to look over this stuff. And somebody had already looked over the car, and they asked me to look it over after they looked it over. I also found we're missing a bolt here. This doesn't matter so much, but the ABS sensor has an issue. So, but basically, you can see we have the bolts marked, so we can see if they've rotated. Drain plug, you know, all that kind of stuff. We can do a quick visual and make sure that everything's still tight like it's supposed to be. I've already looked the car over, so I just figured I'd shoot a quick video here and show you the, you know, how the procedure for doing this. If nobody looked this over, we'd have hit the track and not had ABS. We might have ripped these sensors off, and you know that it's not going to end the day for us, but it would hamper the performance of our car. So take it seriously, take the time to do it. So I'm getting these ABS sensors tightened up, and I figured I need to mention I didn't find them on the first go through. I went all the way to the back of the car, and I decided to go back looking at the car as I, you know, went back forward, and I found the ABS sensors loose, hanging. So be thorough in your inspection. Alright, so it's still morning of test and tune, and we're finding more issues with the car, even though the car was ready. This is a dead alternator. The alternator on the car is working, but we're hearing a noise like a bearing going bad, and we're not sure if it's the alternator or something else. We have this dead alternator with the pulley we want on it, and we're going to swap the pulley onto another good alternator we have. Even though the alternator is not dead yet, we want to have it ready so if something goes wrong, we can pull it in, slam the alternator real quick, get it back out on track, minimize our downtime. And this is part of racing, is being proactive and looking at this stuff and taking care of it ahead of time. All right, so we had the car out on track, and we're having issues with fuel starvation at high RPM. It has a brand new fuel pump in it, and I pulled it off, and I realized we have this little filter in line before the pump. And I pulled it apart, there's a little screen in there, and it looks clean, but I blew into it, and a wad of gunk came off the screen into my hand. So we think that the issue may have been just junk in the tank, which where it came from, we have no idea. We're gonna go ahead and change out the fuel pump anyways, because it's really loud, and we've got a spare anyways. But preventative maintenance, you know, effective troubleshooting, this is what racing is about.